truth resides.
Yeah.
So that was bad, and then, like I said, the main event for night 2 was a trend.
But but you do realize, like, in a way, why it was the way it was,
because
it was. I mean, it was built. Okay, so
the match was garbage purposely.
I'd have been perfectly fine with the match being the way it was. Travis Scott didn't come out. I wanted Cody to punch him in the face so
The Rock
badly.
should have been.
You should have receded.
The Rock should have come out. Yes.
Okay, we'll come back out to back to this. I want to get to the roast.
We're going in so many.
We're going in circles. That would
like-
be amazing for next Mania. We get Cena versus Cody again.
Not well, we
And
won't
then-
because Cena's done at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Or
Cena's gonna
done
drop
in
the belt to
December.
someone. So
I mean,
The question
let's
is
be-
who?
you guys do
it's
remember
back to
that
Cody.
there was supposed to be once in a lifetime we get Cena versus Rock, and they were already planning for Cena versus Rock WrestleMania 2. You do realize that, right?
And it never happened.
no, it happened.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like
They did 2
yeah.
nights.
The second
So
one, yeah.
let's be honest. There's probably going to be Cena is probably going to drop the title again at WrestleMania 42.
Yeah. And of course, Cody Rhodes and John Cena. John Cena.
You know, that was a
You think you're
fucking
pretty good, John
flop.
Cena.
The Rock should have 100. Here's the thing that bothers me, and other people have laid this out too. Why the fuck do you insert yourself into a storyline and not be there to finish it?
Because he's John Cena.
Did
I don't
you
know.
did you see the thing he left on the Broken Skull or not?
Yeah,
Broken Radio, whatever the
yeah.
whatever Dudley's.
Dave, I think his name went off on him about it.
If the plan wasn't for The Rock to be at Elimination Chamber, and this is the big one. Here's the podcast. You want the podcast for today? You want the YouTube clip for today? You want the social media clip? The question is, what if? What if Ari didn't make that phone call to The Rock? What if Ari didn't say, hey, Rock, ticket sales for Elimination Chamber are soft. I need you to make an appearance. What would have been the story in the match at WrestleMania 41? Because it wouldn't have been what we saw. It wouldn't have been the story we saw. So, Thunder, what would we have seen at WrestleMania 41 if Ari didn't make that fateful phone call to The Rock and say, please, ticket sales are soft for one show. We need you. I can guarantee you that the ending of WrestleMania 41 would have been better than the end of WrestleMania 41 that we saw on Sunday. I guarantee it. Now that everybody's bitching and moaning about the end of WrestleMania 41, The Rock is going to go on Pat McAfee, who has the biggest show in sports talk radio. You're going to go on his show and say, yeah, I would have done it differently. Yeah, I would have adjusted some things. I would have Nice to hear from you now, pal. It's over. So now that everybody's bitching and complaining, yeah, I would have done it differently. Well, really? You talk about a Monday morning quarterback. That's a Tuesday morning quarterback. Thanks, pal. Didn't make yourself available. Didn't show up at WrestleMania. But now I'm going to say, yeah, I would have done things differently. You talk about completely throwing Triple H under the bus. That's exactly what The Rock did. You know what you say if you're The Rock? You know what? I thought they did an awesome job. Or you know what? Don't say anything at all. But by saying that, you just threw Triple H under the bus. If you're not going to be there and you didn't take part of it, then you shouldn't say anything about it. Now, if he was part of the creative process and he was there, then he could say, I think we, because he's part of the fucking company. No, but he doesn't mind saying I would have done things differently. I would have adjusted things. He loves saying we when it's successful. But when it's not, he's going to be like, I would have. I.
Yeah, and then he left a comment on that shit.
Comment on it, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, everybody's pissed, and that's why I'm saying that's the new narrative now. It's like, it was supposed to be a bad fucking match. No, it wasn't. The match was.
I don't
shit.
know. It
was
pretty
pretty
sold on
bad call on the
Purposely.
Rock's end to not be there for the finish.
Because I think everyone expected it, so they were just like, "Nah, fuck you. Why do we want to give?" They didn't want to give the fans what they wanted because they gave the fans everything they didn't expect the year before.
Yeah.
And they ended the night like terribly. A lot of like fucking
Yeah.
And I said this before.
Imagine
like,
paying
if
$30,000
for that. No, well, not only that. Imagine it's
Front
still
row.
not, it's still one night, and they cut fucking the triple threat instead for this match. How fucking pissed would you have been?
But they also
instead of
did it
getting
by
the triple
format
threat
because if
at
you look,
Maine.
the format of Mania has been the same for the last couple of years. They flip flop the open, so like you had men's world championship night 1, women's world championship night 2. Last year they opened with the women's night 1, and then they opened with the men's world championship night 2. They like have a format in which they do it, but they flip flop it every year so that every equal rights, you know.
Yeah, like I don't give a shit about that.
And it doesn't matter what the match is because they'll do it that same format, but it could still be garbage. So because those matches were really good, they make the main event look like shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I think
like last year,
that's why
Mania was the
night
best
2
Mania ever. This year, they're garbage.
I think that maybe what it was that night 2 that the girls did such a great job that it was harder for everybody to follow that.
They didn't want to bother trying. They were like, we've already built our graves.
Yeah,
Might as well just lay in it.
But yeah, it's just like that. Just Maine just bothered me. That and the false. Like, I'm not a fan of multiple false finishes. Like,
Especially when you do 4 in a fucking row.
I understand false finishes. Like that helps build up the match. You know, for the babyface to go over. However, my false finish is like the catnap or the Samoan driver, the modified.
My false finish is the double underhook DDT.
Right. Sometimes people don't kick out of it. A lot of times they do. But however, that's a big spot. They were doing their main finish, the AA or the Crossroads. Like, I can understand kicking out once.
Did you notice?
Cody kicked out 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
One of them was a second rope AA.
Yeah, a super AA.
Yeah.
But did you notice that Cody didn't do the Crossroads the way that he did it in both night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania 40, where he did them back to back to back? Not once did he ever do that with Cena at all. He only just hit it once, went for a pin kick out, went for it once, he never did it like the Three Amigos.
Yeah, and I hated that with the Crossroads, doing them 3 in a row. I fucking hate that. Fucking hate that. It's like,
so that's my thing with finishers. If it's a finisher, one should be it.
Right? I'm okay with 1 kick out because it's WrestleMania. It's like,
it's Mania.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but 4. I listened to Jim Cornette today, and somebody threw out a good idea that should have happened. That Brandy should have speared Travis Scott. I think that would have got a big pop.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, or cutter or something. Hit him with a
came in and just beat the piss out of him.
Fuck you, little man.
Yeah.